Hey everyone, this is Kat, and welcome back to what's probably going to be my last War Thunder video for quite a while. I received the test drives of the vehicles, and yes, the Object 279 is a lot of fun, but I just feel like I'm just losing all faith in the game developers here due to the crafting event. I mean, Space Thunder is fun, alright, sure, but the workshop feels like one giant scam. You first thought that these five were the only parts you needed. During the video that the official channel made, they even said they showed only these five, and they claimed that you would always be able to see exactly what you needed to craft the rocket. That is actually not true. You don't need 5 parts. You don't need 10 parts. You don't need 15 parts. You don't need 20 parts. You don't need 25. You just need 30 parts, guys. That all need required resources, and then you must combine all of those 30 parts into 7 different separate parts that can then be crafted to do a rocket. Based on the times of the fuel and oxidizer, I calculated you need 400 minutes to get the 40 oxidizers per day. You're gonna need 240 oxidizer and fuel per rocket, which turns and that will balance out again at 400 minutes across 6 days, which is actually the same as 40 times 60 minutes, so 40 hours. I was prepared to put in 40 hours, but based on some rough calculations that I'm throwing in with the different fuel tanks and all the other parts here, it's probably not just gonna take like 13.3333 hours per rocket. It's more gonna be like 20 plus hours per rocket. And that's assuming you get the perfect quantities of resources. Like I'm currently running out of iron ore. I'm currently running out of asbestos fiber, kind of running out of coal, kind of have a surplus of bauxite and slightly copper ore as well. But this is just getting me just depressed in the faith of the game, because who in their right minds would expect their player base to play 60 hours across 2 weeks? 30 hours in a single week is about as much as more or less average working week in the office for a normal adult. And even though we're quarantined, we don't have that much time, to be honest. Why would you make your players, like, if they want to actually get like this vehicle, the 279, and then like the Puma with the 20mm autocannon, or the boat? Because for the record, it is official, you can't get both the Corsair and the Object 279 because you are limited to a maximum of 320 fuel, while you would need 480 for both of them. So you can only get one of the two and then one of these two. But even if you wanted to do that, you would need to put in 80 hours. 40 hours a week, guys. It's just insane that they think that we have the time and sanity to do that. Like, it's pretty much gonna like get you addicted to gaming if you just play that much in that short of a while. You are not gonna be able to just take rests. You're not gonna be able to just eat in peace. No, because you have to keep up those game times in order to get those vehicles. And a collector, again, you can't get all four of the vehicles. And this Corsair and this object ones, just because of the amount of time, like it's gonna be similar to an IS-7 or a Merkava. So these vehicles gonna be at least 200 Guardian coins, if not way more. Remember, the IS-7 has been sold for $1,600. the Object 279 might do the same. And I really just can't say that you should ever try and get it. I really can't. Because not only is it only an average vehicle in the game, like, it's a fun, gimmicky vehicle. The amount of time and energy you're gonna have to put into here will drain your absolute soul. And yeah, I'm just done, like, having faith in a company only to have it betrayed because they decided to hide a lot of stuff. Because, like, I wanted to do this event. I wanted to put in the 40 hours needed to get the Object 279. But I'm not going to spend half of that, even longer, just to make sure I get all the rocket parts, man. I really just can't do that anymore. And it has become to the spot where I am on the brink of just quitting War Thunder in its entirety. Not just content creation, but also just playing it for my own leisure. And the only reason that I'm not doing that is because of the amount of money I spent into this game. I have, from the vehicles that I don't have gotten because of the Content Creator Partnership Program, I have bought a T28, I've bought the Super Hellcat, bought the T29, I have bought the uh, Panzerwagen 6 Porsche Tiger, bought the RU251, I have bought the German KV2, the Panzerwagen Churchill, I have bought the Panzer 2H and the upcoming Spencer. I have bought the T-44 122. I have bought the SMK. I have bought the Aviary. I Chinu 2. Like, I actually have to, like, double check whether I got everything, to be honest. Uh, those are content creator stuff. Those are gonna yeah. Those are the vehicles that I bought, and even just like a plane. I bought the Heiko 219 and the TA 154A1. I've spent a few €100 on this game, and I would kind of like assume that if you spend that much money on a game, that you could at least expect to just be able to get most of the content, if all, at least somewhat comfortably. I have to suffer through the entire grind of every tech tree, even though I spent so much money already. I'm still like hundreds of hours away of actually getting all the vehicles ever, and that kind of got just shoved in my face. That reminder when I saw this event, because again, I wouldn't mind putting 60 hours into a vehicle if I could do it across the span of 2 months, but 2 weeks? Hell no. And I hope that some of you guys might be able to understand my level of salt here, because I realize this is a very, very salty video right now. But, like, I can't just in my right mind just enjoy a game where the developers have such a wrong idea of what should be allowed for an event, you know? Like, an event should be fun. And like, you should be able to get uh like even this thing, it's gonna be 20 hours of grind, and it's a 1.7 tier 1 premium little dirt vehicle. It's a really, like, little, yeah, novelty. I think that you should just, to be honest, they like, if they were actually like a good, well-willing company, they would put the Object 279 about at the grind level of the Puma with the 20 mil, and they would just hand out the 20 mil Puma for free. Because why not just give the community a weird, funky little vehicle for free occasionally, right? I mean, what it's gonna do is it's just a 1.7 BR Puma. It's nothing ultra fancy. It has, again, it is just a little 20 millimeter. It is pretty fast. Has no armor, to be honest, and it's just there to for you to have fun with. But if you want to have fun with this thing, you're gonna have to suffer to, again, 20 plus hours of pure grinding, and you're not even actively grinding for just RP or something. No, you can't accelerate this progress in any way because it's battle time related only. And yeah, I just have no words more for this other than just it being wrong. Like, some of you guys might know I'm actually a game development student, and my teachers always hammer us with, it is okay to make your people want to play the game for longer periods of time, but do not ever make it addictive levels where the players feel like they're forced to play. And that's what I'm feeling right now. Like, if I would feel like if I don't play until I just drop dead for the next 2 weeks, I will not be able to obtain a vehicle that I just think is fun and gimmicky. Like, I don't even think this thing is very competitive or anything. I don't think it's just a cute looking tank. And it might be a strange word for an Object 279, but that's what I think about it. It is a pretty funny tank because overall you kill pretty easily. It has a decent mobility. And even though you die pretty easily in it because the armor is very inconsistent and has a lot of pretty big weak spots, such as just anything that can fire even just slightly down the front bulge, the machine gun port that just does nothing, like, let's just say protection analysis here. Like, this might be like non-pen, but the breach, just shooting right next to the breach will go through it. It will destroy the breach. Generally destroys the breach. Right here, through the machine gun mantlet, you're gonna destroy absolute shit ton. The top of the upper front plate, you can bounce off with like conventional rounds, but if you like have a non-conventional like APFS DS round, it's gonna basically do that. Um, I'm like, why does a vehicle that would be so unrealistic and die so easily still require so many hours? And I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I really just don't understand why they would ever do this. And yeah, I was already kind of burned out, to be honest. I had played an absolute shit ton in the last 2 weeks already. I grinded this entire tech tree and not using this premium vehicle, only using the premium Tino they gave me. I'm using all the normal vehicles. I mainly use this thing, which I can actually just show you guys in the service record right here. I got how much I got there. I don't think you can even find. Yeah, here it is. The Here's the premium vehicle. You only got 15,000 research points in that, compared to 258,000 from just this thing alone. I was already burned out, but I was again willing to put in 40 hours. Sure, 40 was my limit, my absolute hard limit. But for just a quirky vehicle like this, I was gonna do it. But I am not ever gonna put in 60 hours for a single vehicle in 2 weeks. That said, I do hope you guys enjoyed this rant in some way or another, at least. And yeah, I'm just gonna stop playing for now. I'm literally just gonna press the exit button right here. and this game is not gonna come back on for at least the duration of this event. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Goodbye.